This is my review of the Razer Universal Quick Charging Stand for Xbox. Now, this is the Xbox 20th Anniversary Limited Edition version that was meant to match the controller that Microsoft also released at the same time, way back in November of 2021, I believe, around November, October-November time. And I bought this because I also bought the controller. I thought they looked nice together. Obviously, you've got a nice controller. You want to have a nice place in your desk for it. Just making it easy to use and something to charge it as well. Because, as I'm sure you know, Xbox controllers don't come with rechargeable batteries like PlayStation do. But at the same time, I like that about Xbox controllers because it means that I can remove and replace myself. So, with old PlayStation controllers, I've got the batteries inside, and if I need to replace them, I've got to unscrew it, and that's frustrating from a longevity standpoint. So, yeah, that's one thing I like about Xbox controllers. Of course, the counter to that is that you do need to either constantly replace batteries or, like I've done here, buy a rechargeable battery. Now, the price of these vary wildly, and even though this came out quite a few years ago now, they are still being sold by Razer on their website as well as on Amazon. Even this one specifically, they do a variety of colours, of course, for the variety different coloured controllers. One issue that I have with that is that there's just not enough choice. I actually wouldn't mind getting some more of these because I've got some other controllers. For example, I've got this kind of grey one here. It's got a white back, and currently I can't find the white version of the charging stand. So if I could get that, it would match, which would be nice to present that. And I also have this Starfield controller, which you would think would be good to get a white to match this, but the back of it is red, so I can't find a red one available at the moment. Actually, there is a red one. I'm just not sure if it will match the colour because it's a more bright red. But yeah, I've held off on that for a while just in case they come out with some more colours, which I hope they do. Now, back to this stand itself, you can see that I've put the controller on and it's currently charging. You can see a little kind of orange LED at the bottom here. That means it's charging, and when it's fully charged, it will go white. So, of course, when your controller's fully charged. And there are magnets built into the stand here. You can see the little kind of circular magnets here, so that just helps to seat the controller. Even though it fits quite snugly, having those magnets just helps it stay in place, which is good. Now, the way it will connect to the battery of the controller is these prongs. So, flipping over the controller here, you can see that the battery itself and the battery kind of door hatch, I guess you could call it, it's got a hole here, and so that hole is how these prongs will connect to the battery. Obviously, that's how they've decided to do it here. There are other methods that they could have done that. There's obviously this kind of proprietary port at the bottom of the Xbox controller. Maybe they could have somehow had it there. Of course, there's a USB-C at the top, but I'm not sure either of those options, either of those kind of charging methods would allow such a quick way of grabbing your controller, putting it down. So the compromise, I think, is fair here. And yeah, so I'll pop that off. This is the battery itself. It's obviously the size of two AA batteries, very light. Let's just see what it says here. So it's 1,100 milliamp hours, 2.64 watts. Nominal voltage 2.4 volts. Maximum charge voltage 3 volts. So yeah, that's the facts, the stats if you're interested in that. But yeah, it's a very simple battery really, and it just plugs in like that. Now, when I did get this controller, it came with a black latch for the back. It came with Phil Spencer's signature. There's not a lot I can do with this now while I'm using this charging stand, so this just gets thrown in the box. And another advantage is when I got this, it did actually come with two back panel doors for different sized Xboxes. I'm not sure if that's because it also supports the older Xbox One style controllers that have, I'm guessing they must have just a slightly different way of these kind of doors attaching. I believe, yeah, the three latch one is for the more modern Series X controllers, the ones with the share button, as you see here in the middle. That's how you can spot the difference. But yeah, anyway, going back to the stand itself, this one obviously matches the aesthetic, the kind of translucent aesthetic of this limited edition controller. Obviously the LEDs you could see here would light up when plugged on at the bottom there. Translucency wise, there's not really much to see inside, so nothing too fancy to see there. If I turn it around, you can see the USB-C cable that's plugged in the back. What was really nice is that they actually include this in the box. So this is provided by Razer. Very nice cable. It's rubber, but it's got a kind of like it's interesting texture to it. It's kind of like I don't know how to describe it, but it's got a nice texture to it. It feels very premium, and I think it's probably like 2 meters long, so it's got a decent length to it, and it comes with this little kind of snap cord, so if you do coil up your cable to take it with you, you can coil it up and tie it up together so it doesn't come loose. I really like this cable, and to be honest, if you can find these for a good price, getting the cable with it as well as the battery as well as the stand, like I think it's actually like you get a fair amount for your money, so I think it's pretty decent. Of course it's USB-C, so another advantage, if you're not using this cable, you can use any other USB-C cable and that should work fine. On the bottom of the stand, there's a bit of weight to it. It's quite heavy, so it doesn't shift around. There's rubber grips on the bottom, so it won't slip. It won't slip around on the desk or on the table, which is quite nice. But I mean that's basically it. It's very simple. You've got the Razer logo on the back, and that's all she wrote. So let me just plug that in. But that's it. So honestly, if you can find these at a good price, either on Amazon or Razer's website themselves, I would get one. I'm looking at getting some more actually. I'm just keeping my eye on the website at the moment. I saw they did have, I think it was kind of like a more silver colour, which I thought might look nice with this controller. So I may give that a go, and I think it's only around £20 at the moment, and around £20 at the moment. So you get the battery with that and the cable. I think it's a steal really. But yeah, I really hope Razer does more of this stuff, because I really like these chargers. I like these stands. It'd be nice if they did some more colours, and actually the one thing that would be nice is if they did replacement batteries, because when this battery does eventually die and I can't get any more charges out of it, I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do, because this battery system, although it fits for the AA size, the way it charges is proprietary, so I can't just buy a replacement rechargeable AA. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do next, other than having to buy a whole new thing to get everything included just for the battery. So that is a negative. But yeah, hopefully Razer will maybe sell the battery separately, or give us some kind of option where we can do something with that. But yeah, all in all, really impressed with the product, to be honest, and even for as old as it is, still really happy with it, and I would buy it today. So yeah, hopefully Razer come out with some more colours. But yeah, if you've got any questions, just put it below, and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks a lot.